Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here this morning with Fred and Roscoe, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Roscoe's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we give him while we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give a correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Roscoe's been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. As you can see, Roscoe is seated very nicely on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first exercise they're going to demonstrate is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and Fred and Roscoe are taking off doing that now. And the command you want to use is Roscoe heel. And we've also incorporated an automatic sit, as you see right there. Anytime Fred stops his feet, Roscoe will sit. Another sit. It's important during the heeling that Roscoe walks at your pace on your left hand side. He shouldn't pull ahead of you or lag behind. He's been trained to walk nicely at your side, your pace. There's another sit. The next exercise we're going to demonstrate is the stay command. The stay is a hand and voice command. Fred's going to use the open flat of his left palm, about an inch or so from Roscoe's muzzle, and the one-word command to stay. He then walks out to the end of the training leash. It's a great exercise to build up some self-control in Roscoe. You want to start this one at about a minute and work your way up to about 3 minutes. And when Fred returns back to Roscoe, he's going to walk all the way around him, providing an added distraction as he goes behind him, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. He gets a little praise, and they're off heeling again. We'll show you some more of the heel, the sit, and the stay.
Stay.
Fred gives him the stay again, and out to the end of the training leash. And this time, instead of returning back to Roscoe, we'll demonstrate the recall or the come command. You call Roscoe into you using his name. Comes right into you, sits nicely right in the front. And then we have an exercise called the finish. Roscoe will heel around the back and right back to that left-hand side. He sits nicely, and we'll demonstrate it one more time. We'll leave him in a sit stay. Now to the end of the training leash.
Roscoe, come.
Call him into you. He comes in, sits right in front. And then the finish, or heels around the back, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Sits nicely, Fred gives him a little praise, and they take off heeling again. It's a good time to remind you want to practice all your commands about 15 to 20 minutes a day. You can practice them inside and outside your home and incorporate them into your daily routine. It just keeps the commands fresh in Roscoe's mind. We're going to show you our down commands next. The first one will be down from a heel position. And Fred's going to use the open flat of his left palm straight down towards the ground and the one-word firm command to down. And the slight correction there. And yeah, puts him in a stay and up to the end of the training leash. It's another great exercise to build some self-control in Roscoe. You want to start this one at about 3 minutes and work your way up to about 5. And when Fred returns back to Roscoe, he's going to walk all the way around him as he did on the sit stay, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Roscoe remains down throughout, and they take off heeling again. We'll show you the down one more time. It's important to note, Roscoe's doing very well. You did see Fred correct him there. If Roscoe does not listen to your commands, the first word out of your mouth should be no, followed by a tug and let go correction as you saw Fred give. And then you repeat the command as Fred did. We're going to show you the down again. He gives him the down, and this time right down. He gives him the stay, and back out to the end of the training leash. It's going to show you that recall command this time.
Roscoe, come.
Calls him in. Comes in nicely, sits right in front. And now he'll perform the finish by walking all the way around and right back to that left-hand side. Nicely done. Give them a second to get lined up for our final command, which will be down from a distance. And this will be the down from a distance. You're going to leave Roscoe in a sit stay and walk out to the end of the training leash. This is the only time you want to use your right hand to give the command, and Fred will drop him into a down from the end of the training leash. Excellent job. He then returns back to him by walking all the way around again and back to that left-hand side heel position. Alright, we've shown you the obedience commands that Roscoe has learned here at school. It's been a real pleasure working with Roscoe, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.